SABER sentences in the present tense. SABER means to know for a fact or to know how to. Number one, Santiago and I know how to ski. Santiago y yo sabemos esquiar. Santiago y yo sabemos esquiar. Number two, she knows the answer. Ella sabe la respuesta. Ella sabe la respuesta. Number three, I know where Alonso lives. Yo sé donde Alonso vive. Yo sé donde Alonso vive. And finally, number four, Elena and Patricio know how to dance. Elena y Patricio saben bailar. Elena y Patricio saben bailar. All right, number one, Santiago and I know how to. Mr. Holt, this is Santiago and I, we know to ski. Be careful. Saber means to know a fact or to know how to. Remember the chant. For a fact or how to, you have to use saber. For knowing people or places, you must use conocer. Sabemos is never followed by como. You don't ever say we know how to ski. Sabemos doesn't mean we know. Sabemos means we know for a fact or we know how to ski. Now, number two, she knows the answer. How am I going to remember that answer is respuesta? Well, she knows the right response. Everybody say response. Response. Another word for a response is an answer or respuesta. So she knows the answer for a fact. Because remember, anytime you're knowing facts, you use saber, and anytime you know how to, you use saber. Remember the chant. For a fact or how to, you have to use saber. For knowing people or places, you must use conocer. Now, the only form of saber that's tricky or irregular is the yo form. Just say no to yo sabo. Go. Just say no to yo sabo. You think it's going to be sabo, but it's not. It's yo say. Now, why is the yo form the only form that's irregular? Because it's the form that's used the most. Remember, in Spanish, verbs and verb forms that are used the most change and become irregular. Notice it has to have an accent. Say without an accent means himself, like se llama Paco, he calls himself Paco, or se llama Alfonso, he calls himself Alfonso. How am I going to remember that I know for a fact or I know how to has an accent? Here's how I do it. I know for a fact that I have an accent. I know for a fact that I have an accent. So say with an accent means I know for a fact. Say without an accent means himself. Now, Mr. Holt, doesn't donde have an accent? No, only when you're asking a question. If you say, hey, where does Alonso live? Donde, where would have an accent. But if you make a statement, I know for a fact where Alonso lives, you do not need an accent. Finally, Elena and Patricio know how to dance. And again, you don't say they know how they dance, it's they know how to dance. And in English, anytime you hear to, you don't chop and glue. So notice, I know how to ski is esquiar, and they know how to dance is bailar. Again, when you hear the word to, don't chop and glue. All right, that's saber sentences in the present tense.